Hello, Heather. I enjoyed hearing about the informed consent that you discovered on the counselor in Tennessee. His name was Morgan, I believe. Um, so that was really interesting. I think that you're right that one page does seem quite short for an informed consent form, but it did seem to meet many many of the things making it compliant with the ACA ethics code. I think that it would have been very helpful if you would have included more techniques and definitely experience, since I know I want to know what kind of experience that a counselor would have or has had in the past before I make a decision about whether or not they are competent to address the issues that I may have. I also think that it would have been beneficial for him to include technology since it plays such a big part in our lives now. All that being said, I wanted to kind of just discuss the questions you had. You asked if if the intent form could be withdrawn. I think that that may be something to put in the informed consent, kind of in a situation where there may have been an emergency where the counselor was incapable of performing counseling duties. In that case, maybe the informed consent would be withdrawn. I suppose it could be, I don't know if it would need to be withdrawn to make modifications, but if you mean could it be withdrawn by the client, I don't think so. I think that once they sign that informed consent, it is binding for a certain amount of time, for the time being that they're counseled by the counselor, so it can't be withdrawn from them. And then determining competence of client, I think that is a little tricky. I think if it's a minor, obviously if it's someone under 18, they do have to have a legal guardian that is able to kind of to sign with them so that they understand. I think in cases of maybe mental illness or something like that, they may need a second signature as well. I think that if the person is seeking counseling and they are able to read and understand the terms and they sign it, you can even have a discussion with them to make sure that they understand, then they're competent. But this might be a thing, or if you are questioning the competence of whether or not a potential client can understand the informed consent, that might be something you want to consult a peer or a supervisor with at that time. All right, well, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed your weekend and enjoy the class.